Hello there. Welcome to day 22 of our Peaceful Productivity series. My name is Kat Lee, and today my tip for you is to notice the distraction fee. Now, if you looked at the title or at the thumbnail of this episode, you may have noticed it said distraction fee, and you might have thought, that's a typo. She meant to say that we should live distraction free, but I actually want you to think about the cost of distraction. We live in a society that is more distracted than ever. In any given moment, we can have our watch ping, our phone ping, our iPad ping, our computer ping. We are constantly inundated with notifications, with emails, with social media messages, with phone calls. And every single time we get distracted, as we mentioned in the multitasking episode, there is a cost, a task switching cost that we pay. But if we can stay focused on a goal, on a task, on a project, it is a superpower. We can get into a flow, get into a zone of working, and our mind just can operate at a different level when it's able to focus, when it's able to really stay tuned in and dive deep on a particular task or particular project. So how often are you distracted? I encourage you that if you have, in particular, an iPhone, but I'm sure there is also a resource for Androids as well, but on your iPhone, there is a thing called screen time. And if you turn that on, you can get a ton of information about how often you pick up your phone, what apps you use, how many hours you spend on those different apps. And I think you'll find it discouraging at first, possibly, but also extremely empowering to know where your time is going, to know how much of your day, even in those little minutes of picking up your phone and just checking things real quick, because I don't know about you, but real quick can turn into real not quick, real fast. I can get distracted and go down an entire rabbit trail about something that in the end I really don't care about. We have entire corporations, giant billion-dollar organizations designed to keep us distracted. Apple, Google, Meta. Their entire business model is to keep our attention. So if we can recognize that there is a fee to being distracted, we can recognize that focus is a superpower, we can live a much more peaceful life. Now, how do we do that? It's easier said than done, right? First of all, I would encourage you to turn off all notifications on your phone. We don't really need to know when somebody messages us on Instagram. I would also encourage you to train people, if you will, to get in touch with you via one method. For example, in my life, I really only check my text messages. Sometimes I interact with people on social media, but in general, people know that I'm not going to respond quickly in those places. I also personally don't like talking on the phone for the most part. So even my phone message says, there's a good chance I won't actually call you back, so just text me instead. So what works for you? How can you stay focused and how can you avoid distraction? You can turn on the screen time feature. There are also a number of apps and plugins for your web browser that will help you stay focused. I mentioned the Be Focused app that I use on my computer. They also have it available for the phones as well. There are literally, you can just search in whatever device you have in your app store. There are a number of great ones out there. There's a Chrome extension for that will block Facebook for you. Really, there are so many. But I encourage you to find a tool that's going to help you, because we are not superheroes and we are all susceptible to just checking real quick, opening Facebook, opening Instagram, opening the news, checking the weather, whatever it might be. How can you utilize technology to fight technology from distracting you? Do a quick search in the extensions for your browser on your app store and find a tool that might work for you. And if you are aware of a tool that might work for people, go ahead and share that in the comments as well. We need to fight to keep our attention. We need to fight to focus. And we need to recognize that there is a distraction fee. All right, I hope that encourages you to evaluate how you spend your time, to evaluate how often you're picking up your phone, and to really just monitor what your time looks like and where it's going so that you can stay focused and live a life of peaceful productivity.